Hey everyone, it's the Angel and I'm back with another video. So this week I actually have a topic that I want to talk about. I know I've been doing a lot of reaction videos lately and I didn't intend for this channel to be just reactions, so I'm really excited to have something that I can passionately talk about to where I can make an actual video. So if you guys didn't know, I work in retail and today we're going to be talking about things that customers do that annoy the heck out of us employees, and also things that customers do that make us like super happy. And I wanted to usually talk about the negatives before I talk about positives. So we're going to start with the don'ts. The top of my list was putting things back. Customers tend to not put things back where they belong. And at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys realize, we have to put all those things back where they belong. And it takes a lot of time. For example, I will find, let's say, like a thing of food, like a small food product, in like a random aisle in like the cosmetics area or something. Like there's just stuff everywhere. And one thing that really ties into that that's even more annoying is when there's a product in one spot and the spot where it actually goes is like right next to it. It's like very close to it. It's like you couldn't walk the 2 feet away to actually put it back where it goes. Like that's just it's super annoying, super annoying. Like please, if you're not gonna get something, you decide not to get it, at least put it back where it belongs. Be a decent person. I think any decent person would do that. The next thing on my list would be asking if I'm an employee. And this doesn't just go for me, obviously. It goes for anybody. And I think we've all had this problem. I mean, I'm wearing the same thing as every other employee in the store, so more likely than not, yes, I am an employee. Yeah, I do get that question quite often. Another thing is letting your children run around and messing with the merchandise. That is a really big problem. Like, if you're gonna bring your kids to the store, at least make sure that they behave and discipline them like a normal parent, and don't let them run around like wild animals and be touching everything and a lot of times breaking things. And that's another thing, is that if they break something or if you break something, like at least let us know. At least let us know so we can clean it up. Also, don't just let it sit there and then not take ownership of it. I mean, you should probably pay for that. Like, we have to pay for things that get broken, so, I mean, that's just not fair if it wasn't our fault that it got broken. You should definitely own up to that. Again, be a decent person, and again, control your kids. Seriously, like, it's not that hard, and if it is that hard, then you should probably recheck your parenting skills and not bring your kids to the store very often. Another thing is whenever the bathrooms were just so disgusting and messy. Like, it was, nobody wants to clean the bathrooms. It's just a natural thing, but don't make it any harder on us. Like, really? That's ridiculous. I mean, it's usually the guys' bathrooms, but the girls' bathrooms have also had their little problems. It's, I don't know, the smell, the look, just everything. And yes, we wear gloves, but even so, I feel gross having to touch anything like that I've had to clean before, even with gloves. Like, it's not fun. If you wouldn't want to clean it, then most likely we don't want to clean it, so try not to make a mess. I mean, I understand that sometimes it can't be helped. Maybe if you're throwing up, or if you just have a really bad problem with going number 2. It's happened to everybody. It's understandable every now and then, but honestly, in our store, it's every single day, and it's getting really tiring. Like, ugh. I'm really glad that I'm not in the area that has clean bathrooms anymore, because it's just gross. Another thing is stealing. I mean, that's a big thing, just everywhere. Like, stop stealing, stop breaking the law, be a decent human being, please. You know what, there's not even a reason to steal. There really isn't. Like, make some money and buy it with your own money. Don't steal, that's so dumb. Another thing is coming to a register that has just opened up when you were in the back of the line. Like, when we open up a new register, we are opening up that register so that the next person in line can come to the register, because they've been waiting the longest, so it's only fair that they get to check out first. Like, it's just so annoying, and it gets to the point where usually we just say next person in line, but even when we say that, people jump up from the back of the line. Like, they see us walking up to the register and they're like, zoom, and they come up to the register so quick. Like, they would probably push people out of the way if they were walking in that direction. It's like really ridiculous. Like, seriously, just wait your turn. It's not that big of a deal to wait like 5 extra minutes when the people in front of you have been waiting longer than you. So again, be a decent human being, please. And the last thing is getting mad because a coupon doesn't work. And this happens so often. Like, a lot of people do come in, they do their couponing thing, or some people just, have coupons that may have been on the product and when they're purchasing it, and you are allowed to use those. But when a coupon doesn't work, our system in general, I don't know about other stores, but our system will block coupons that are made to not work. So if our system's blocking a coupon, that means that it's not supposed to go through. Like, something's wrong. Either the coupon's expired, or you got the wrong product, you got the wrong quantity of product. There's something wrong with the coupon, because our system is really good. So don't get mad at us because your coupons aren't working. Maybe you need to read the coupon better, or maybe just not make such a big deal out of it if you don't get like 50 cents off of something. It's not that big of a problem. So yeah, those are the don'ts of being a customer when you go to retail, or really just anywhere. Like, those are things that just really get on people's nerves, and would get on any normal person's nerves. It's not just us employees. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the do's, or the things that people do that we really love and enjoy that you do. And first thing that I have is bringing carts back inside. It's a small thing, but it really does make a difference. And so when the customers bring the carts back inside, like, I really love that. Like, it's like, thank you so much for just taking like those 2 minutes out of your time to just bring it back. And another thing is asking how my day is going. Also, not another thing that you have to do, but it's just really nice when you do. A lot of my customers, usually my regulars, are always like, oh, how are you today? And I really love it. It really helps keep me upbeat and keep me loving my job. And sometimes, I have a good day, sometimes I have bad days. And a lot of the times when I have bad days, it's really nice for me to be able to vent to my regulars. I usually try not to do that to people that aren't regulars, just because I don't want them to be like, oh my god, like, it must suck working here, let's not come shop here. It's always about keeping the customer happy, and so I feel that whenever you ask me how my day is, I will definitely ask you how your day is. Whether it's bad or not, I will sit there and listen. As long as you don't take like an hour telling me and then the line is building up. But otherwise, yes, please and thank you. Another thing is informing us when something's broken or if there's like a spill. It's really just to prevent injuries of anybody, and it's not just a thing of, oh, we don't want to get sued. I mean, that obviously is a thing, but we don't want anybody to get hurt, whether it's slipping or, possibly injuring themselves with a broken item that may or may not be sharp. Another thing is assuring new employees that they're doing a good job, even if they may or may not. This isn't really a problem for me anymore. I'm not a new employee to my store, but it was this way whenever I was a new employee, and it's also this way for new employees that we get. And it makes me feel really good whenever I see that a new employee is struggling a little bit to learn something, or it's just taking them a little bit of time to understand, but the customers are super nice and they're like, oh, you're doing great, you're gonna do fine at your job, and they're just, giving them really good encouragement. And that's a really nice thing. It's another thing that you don't have to do, but it's a really nice thing to do. And the last thing on the list is whenever customers are like really cool when something doesn't go their way. Like, for example, if you wanted an item and you saw that it was out, and then you came up to us and asked us if we could check in the back. We go to the back and we check, but the item happens to be out over there too. So we tell you, and you're just kind of like, oh, well, that's okay, or maybe I'll come back later, or, oh, well, I didn't need it. Something along those lines, Or whenever you have to wait in line for a good while. I know I do this, and I'm pretty sure any employee anywhere would do this. You just apologize for having the customer wait so long. And usually my customers are like, oh, that's okay, I'm not in a rush. And that really helps us do our job better, because whenever customers get upset, whether it's practical or not, it really just kind of stresses people out. I mean, whenever it's like small things, like, just don't let it bother you. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's not gonna make the world just blow up if you can't find something or you waited like 2 extra minutes. Like, be a decent human being. I think that's one of the big themes of this video, is like, be a decent human being, pretty much. If anybody works in retail and you have anything else that customers do that do or don't get on your nerves, then you can leave it in the comments below and I'm gonna check them out, and I'll probably be like, oh same, or I'm gonna be like, oh wow, that sucks, or something. Also, I have an announcement with my channel. I think that it would be easier for me to post every single week if I were to release videos on Wednesdays. I don't know why, I just feel like on the weekends and with Sundays, like it's just harder to be able to film videos and then edit them, especially when I work. I generally work on the weekends, so it's easier for me to do it on the weekdays. But that's a change we're gonna see in my channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So here we go to the normal stuff. Don't forget to give this video a like, just, you know, like it, thumbs up. And then also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe is kind of right here. One day, I will get this right. It's like kind of right here. But yeah, that's about it, guys. It was really nice to be able to get this video out there. It's really good to have a topic to talk about finally. So yeah, pretty much. I'll see you back next week, probably with another reaction video. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Bye, people.